Oh, you hear that? That's a completely different sound. Okay, that's interesting. I guess the different modes have different power capabilities. Oh, we got another portable tire inflator from GOOLOO. This one's the GT160 dual tire inflator. Now that dual refers to this got a twin cylinder in here. So we're hoping this pumps tires up pretty quick. Got our specifications on the back here. It's got a 37 watt-hour capacity and can pump up to 160 PSI. And your USB output is only 10 watts, so no fast charging, but that's okay. You still charge up your phone if you need to. Get this box open here. GOOLOO, always good to go. See if we can pull it out of the little package here. It's kind of like double condomed. Peel this back. And oh yeah, this is a good looking unit, isn't it? Huh, that's interesting. It says Syntec licensed. And it's got a little number and QR code there. I wonder what that means. Got the same specifications there on the back of this guy. Yeah, high temperature, do not touch after use. You know, after these things run for a few minutes, the hose and the little connectors get screaming hot. So you gotta be careful with that, that's for sure. Let's see what else is in the box here. It's got a little baggie for it. That's nice to have. And then your air hose. And you know, this air hose looks kind of short. It's probably only about a foot long or so, but it does have the, you know, the quick disconnect chuck on the end of it. I like that. And it comes with a charging cable and of course little accessories too. Let's go ahead and power this thing on. Hold it down for a second. It powers up. You can hit this button to switch between the modes here. And you have car, motorcycle, bicycle, balls, and then like a user defined mode, I suppose. Let me see if I can change this. Hit the plus button, change that up to 30 PSI. And then normally with these guys, you just hit the power button and it starts going. And you know, that's actually pretty quiet. A lot of these things are really noisy, you know? But let's find out if this thing has any memory. I'm gonna go ahead and hold it down, turn it back off, turn it back on, and let's see if it remembers. Hey, look at that. It remembered we were in the user defined mode and that we had it set for 30 PSI. So yeah, good job. And here's the light button. You know, hold that down for a second and the light comes on. The light's pretty dim, but you know, like, what do you expect? That's pretty small. See if it has like different modes. Yeah, it's got like an SOS mode there for you. And then just back to on. Okay, it doesn't look like it has any brightness modes or anything. You just hold it down and it goes back off, I think. Yep, there it is, all there is to it. All right, well, this thing says it's already fully charged, so, you know, hey, let's go try it out. Now, real quick, before I try it out, we should measure this thing. It's about 7.5 inches long, kind of 2.5 inches thick by 3 inches wide. And you know, it's nice rounded shape too. It, you know, feels nice. Kind of good quality plastics and clicky buttons, I like that. Oh, and the connector here is like a nice thick rubber. And that's nice so you don't burn your fingers, you know, whenever you're working with this thing. Because they do get screaming hot after they run for a few minutes. Now let's just see how much it weighs real quick here. 2 pounds, 1 ounces. All right, I like to test all the portable tire inflators on this old crusty Fiat tire here. It's a good torture test for them, and it's also consistent because I test all of them on it. And you know, this thing is actually pretty quiet compared to most of them. We're already building pressure here, and I'll have a timer running so that we can see how long it takes for this thing to actually inflate. I already see the tire moving, so that's good. And yeah, check that out. This thing's only running around 70 decibels. Like, I'm talking louder than it is. Let me shut up for a second. Yeah, 72, that's pretty quiet compared to most of these things. You know, it is kind of taking a while. I think they kind of traded speed for, you know, noise. Because most of the time, these dual cylinder ones, they go like really fast. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting trade-off. Like, I'm not mad at it. These things usually are pretty obnoxious, and this one just isn't at all. It's kind of nice. You know, it's probably actually like running a little bit cooler than some of the other ones too. Oh no, this is still pretty hot. Kind of starting to feel like it's never gonna get there. Uh-oh, it just dropped down to half charge. Think she's gonna make it? Oh wow, it just shut off. And it shut off before it actually reached 30 PSI. Maybe because of like a battery protection thing or something. It's kind of interesting. I've only ever had one other tire inflator fail at this thing before. Almost all of them have worked just fine, so that's a little disappointing because the previous GOOLOO tire inflator I tested was great. It worked fantastic. You know, the only thing I can think of is maybe this user setting isn't as powerful as like maybe the car setting is. So here, let's see if we can set the car to 30 PSI and hit it and see what happens. Oh, you hear that? That's a completely different sound. Okay, that's interesting. I guess the different modes have different power capabilities, because on that user setting, it was going a lot slower and a lot quieter. Huh, that's kind of interesting. Okay, I better charge this thing back up. I'll stop doing that. I'll charge it back up and we'll give this thing a proper test on the car setting. I had no idea that the different modes had different power levels. That's very interesting. That's a feature I haven't seen in any other tire inflator. Kind of cool. And I'll pull the valve stem out of this guy to, well, not the valve stem, but the valve itself. Let all the air out so we get a proper test on this guy after I get it charged back up. There we go. That should be all the air out. So I'll put this guy back in and we'll get this charged back up and then we'll give it a proper try. And in case you're curious, this is what she looks like when she's charging up. All right, we got it charged back up and it's on the proper car mode this time. So let's go ahead and give it a better chance this time. It's kind of nice it has that little power up, doesn't it? And yeah, like up in the car mode, it's running around the lower 80s as opposed to, you know, whatever it was, like 65 or whatever it was before. It's still pretty quiet though. A lot of these guys have a real harsh sound to them, and this one's sound isn't that harsh. It's just kind of like a nice feature to it, I guess. All right, that's much better. Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive, especially considering how, you know, quiet it is. I mean, it's not really that quiet, but quieter than most of them. And it only just used like 1 bar of battery too to fill this tire up from 0. So yeah, good job, GOOLOO. I'm glad I was able to give it another chance. It didn't say anything in the instructions about the different modes having different power levels or whatever, but yeah, definitely use the car mode when you're filling up car tires. Well, if you want one of these for yourself, there'll be a link for it down in the description below. And bye. Thanks for watching.